I wish I knew how much I miss not knowing that we're all screwed when we play our roles and ignore the problems.
Okay. I don't know if y'all can hear me or not, if you can see me or not, but it's okay. I'm gonna do a little check real quick, make sure everything is good. Slim is in the back. Don't know where she is right now, but she is in the back. So we're going to do a little sound check real quick, make sure that everything can be heard. So if you are in the chat, let me know if you can hear this. And shout out to everybody that's in the chat. Okay. Good. Thank you, Soda Can. Number one moderator in the building. So guys, tonight, whenever we get Slim up, whenever a camera.
Can you hear me?
Okay, we can hear it now. Ladies and gentlemen, Slim J. We can't see you at all. So what we'll do, if we're gonna do like Soda Can Assassin said, and he said, play the intro song again. So we're gonna play the intro song again, and then we're gonna get you all squared out. So we're gonna start all over. Take two.
Thank you.
Y'all know what we do.
I wish I knew. I wish I knew how much I.
Well, I want to play it, but I don't know if it's playing or not.
It was playing.
It was?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and start over. I can't see it on my side, so I'm gonna go ahead and play it. Here we go.
Yeah.
I wish I knew how much I miss not knowing that we're all screwed when we play our roles and ignore the problems.
All right, we are back.
Y'all caught me. I was saying up in my cards.
All right.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you all for tuning in and
Yes,
loving
Lord.
this crazy stuff that we got going on here. We're trying to work it out, okay? I was trying to let y'all see my little cute Christmas tree, but it seems like it's not working out. Okay, we got a little action, just a little action. I know last time it was a little naked. So, okay, so I have heavy love trying to get in, and I don't know what he's talking about. He's actually on my phone, just talking noise right now. Hold on just a second. I'm trying to get in here. Okay. Thank you all for tuning in with Slim J. Just my opinion. And it was German's fault last Thursday. So I just want y'all to know that. Okay. So anywho, we got some good stuff for y'all tonight though. So do what you do. And I'm sure y'all got what y'all need to get to tune in with this Slim J. Just my opinion. So let's get this party started. Let's get some reaction up in this business.
All right. So really quick before we get started, is he trying to get on? Is he not trying to get on? Do
Yeah.
you have the link? Did you send him the link?
No.
Okay. So what do I need to do anything? Or are you just gonna
put the link in the chat line? Let me see where he at right now.
Okay.
Can you get a chat line?
Yeah, I put it in the chat line. Let me
Hello.
see.
Hello.
All right, you guys. The
I think I just went on hold.
link is in the chat. All right.
So let's get this reaction.
And we are. So I see you got two reactions today. Because the other two are your actual stories.
Okay, that's
Okay.
cool.
All right. Cool. Let's show the world. Here we go. Sound check and 3, 2, something. Oh, wait. There we go.
Who wandered through the freezing cold have now been arrested. They sent their 6-year-old daughter out to walk to school alone in harsh winter weather. She is only 6 years old. The person who filmed the video said she had no shoes, no hat, and was shaking from the cold. How could any parent allow such a young child to walk to school alone in freezing temperatures? She had already walked nearly 10 blocks by herself. It would take only a few seconds for someone to take her. The little girl looked confused and shivering, as if she had no idea where she was. The man kept repeating to himself, "Who lets a child walk outside like this?" Because he was afraid of being mistaken for a kidnapper, he didn't dare put her in his truck. So he chose to walk beside her, block after block, until he finally got her to the school. Shaking with anger, he called the police. Some people should not be parents. This child could have disappeared at any moment.
All right.
So I actually my sister told me about this, and I was like two through. I was like, no, it's no way. I can't believe that. This little girl's 6, walking to school with no shoes on, no jacket on, and your parents is still laying up in the bed. I see a big problem with that. I mean, these people, they really, these parents need to be better parents. And like tonight's show is really gonna um, tune in a lot of that because it started home first. It really started at home first. I'm glad that the young man, you know, took time out to acknowledge that this little girl was by herself and she was afraid and she was determined to get to school. What she was told to do, she was determined to do it. Whether it was the wrong way, but she made it to school, and thank God that he came through there and was helping her out. Because I mean, he could have been one of those guys that was a sex you know what I'm saying?
Sex trafficker.
Yeah, help me out. I did take my rubber bands out today, but it's still not gonna work. My shit got tightened up again. But anyway, Yeah, just thank God that he did come through there and help that little girl to get to school, and he felt bad for her, and he did report it, because a lot of us see things that's going on, but we don't say anything about it because we feel like it's none of our business, or I just don't have time for it right there. But just think if it was your child or someone that you knew or somebody that you was close to. Okay, let's get to the next one.
I'm not rushing you. I'm just trying to be prepared. That's all. So
Oh,
whenever
you
you're
good?
ready. Okay.
Yeah.
I've never been like a church person. You know what I'm saying? I
Talk
grew
to
up
me.
in a house with a strong, praying, tambourine bumping grandmama. You know what I'm saying? My auntie, strong, very, very strong in prayer. So I know how to pray and I know the word. You know what I'm saying? I know God is real and I've seen the presence in the hand that He's had in my life personally. Don't nobody ain't got to tell me that. But I just ain't never felt the connection with church.
Why? Why?
Man, I don't
Just
know.
keep
It
it
just
above.
ain't.
Just keep it
I
above.
mean, to be honest with you, I don't think it's real. You know what I'm saying? I think that it's a business just like anything else, and it's a show just like anything else. You know what I mean? Just like you go to Broadway, you see a show. I feel like it's just like somebody standing up and public speaking, just like you get like a TED talk. If and a lot of times they be putting a lot of cap on it. And when I say cap, I'm saying cap in their action. The word is the word, but sometimes they try and twist the word, make the word mean something, that will be personally benefiting to them, and not necessarily what the word mean, as its purpose. And that to me, because if you think about it, and only times when you read the word, anybody know the word, and you study the life of Jesus Christ, the only time you really saw Jesus Christ lose his temper was in the church. He went to the church and seen what was going on in the church, seen how the church people were handling the word of God and what they were doing to manipulate it, to personally benefit, from the word of God. That's when Jesus got mad, flip a table.
Oh, that's when he flipped the table.
Yeah, flip a table. You know what I'm saying? And he had Jesus out here like he don't love hip hop. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But that's why. Cause I connect with the word, like the true word, the spirit. I don't need no broker. I don't need no middleman. I don't need nobody to get my word. I done heard a preacher, I done been to church before, and the preacher say, come on, y'all, put into the collection plate, dig deeper, get your prayers past the ceiling. I say, hold up, wait a minute. Y'all telling me I got to pay this joker. You know what I'm saying? For my God to hear my prayer, man, I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying?
No,
like,
that's
it's stuff
unfortunate.
like that.
Those moments are unfortunate.
I mean, they are, and I'm not, and I don't put that. I don't put that on the entire. Because I think for the most part, there are people who are strong, church going, God fearing people that go to church with the intention of serving and praising God. However, I think there's some leadership. There's enough leadership. There's enough people in enough positions that understand that there is ways to manipulate this word to personally benefit.
See, with that, what do y'all think? Because I can agree with some of the things that he's saying, and I can disagree with some of the things he's saying. Now, as far as, you know, I mean, yeah, we go to church, and it seems like the church always need that specific billing funds. Yeah, like that just always stay. I mean, it's always billing funds. Like the church can be 100 years old and we still need billing funds. Like, what are we trying to build? After we done built a new church and we still need billing funds. They say, hey, we need, money for utilities, something like that. I don't know, but it is just you just gotta have your own faith and believe in what you believe in, and go by how you was raised. I mean, or what you believe in, because politics and religion, I don't like to get into that. But see, last Thursday, I had a good thing that I was going to talk about. We got to get into that. That's that Jasmine Crockett. She a cold piece, but tonight it's not her night. She was last Thursday, but we're going to get into something new right now. And what it's going to be called is that we had some incidents that happened outside of our state and inside of Houston, Texas. Uh, y'all, it's the end of the year. And for me personally, it's sad for me. Um, I get emotion when it gets to the end of the year. The end of the year and the beginning of the year, some crazy reason. And it's I can't really say crazy reason, just by experience in my life that I have lost people at the end of the year or the beginning of the year. And I guess unconsciously my mind just be thinking about, like the people that we lost, the people that went through a lot, that lost personal things like houses, um, family members. Just it just be all kinds of mixed feelings into the end of the year for me. So when people, get something, like, oh yeah, I can do this because when the new year gonna come, I'm gonna pop it and do. Thank God that you live through 2025 to get to 2026, and you get to 2026. Thank God that you got to January, February, whatever months, because the way things are going now is very crazy. I mean, it's nowhere to be safe. Nowhere to be safe. When I say there's nowhere to be safe, there's nowhere to be safe. You got to stay prayed up. You got to, you know, look out, be observant of it. Just pay attention to what's going on, because there's just so much stuff going on. Y- it's like you a prisoner outside in the world, and you don't want to live in fear like that. You don't want to go through that. You want to be able to go to work, come home, go shopping, go, do some activities or whatever the case may be. But it's like you can't really do that right now because it's so many people out here with hatred in their heart, with some things that they created in their head that somebody's out to get them, or that everybody is they enemies. Like everybody's out to them. Half of the people don't care what other people are doing. They don't care, they just out here just doing what they do, going by their business. And then you have some of those people that's out here feel like, oh, that person have a lot of money, I'm gonna go get them. I need it. While you doing all this plotting on killing somebody or going to rob somebody, plot how to upgrade yourself. Plot how to get yourself to another level in life, skills or something. I mean, I don't understand what the world is doing. They just so toxic right now. But anywho, they had these which one we doing the 15 killed first?
That's gonna be Bondi Beach in Australia.
Okay. Yeah. I was trying to see, I didn't know which one we was gonna do first. But you got like 15 people got killed. Why? Like what made it for you and your, they said the son, allegedly. What made it for y'all to go there and kill these people? Like, who put y'all in charge to take people's lives? I didn't get that. And it was just so crazy and so sad. I mean, it's not only happening into United States, it's going like worldwide, of people being toxic, people killing each other. Uh my thing is no reason. No reason. But this is what they doing. It goes back to that trials and tribulation, the last book in the Bible, Revelations. So let's see what they got going on. Hey y'all, pay attention to your news. Know your surroundings. Let's see what they got.
It is Australia's worst mass shooting in nearly 30 years after 15 people died, including a 10-year-old girl, during celebrations for a Jewish festival in Sydney. 40 others remain in hospital. Now, it happened at Bondi Beach at a gathering marking the beginning of Hanukkah. Police say it was a terrorist attack. Tonight, we have a clearer picture of what happened from video footage filmed by bystanders and verified by the BBC. It shows two gunmen firing indiscriminately from a small bridge towards a park and beach area. One of the men then leaves but keeps firing. As the violence continues, a bystander tackles the gunman, grabbing his weapon. He's now been hailed a hero and named locally as Ahmed al-Ahmed. Other bystanders step in to help. Well, one of the gunmen was later killed, and the second suspect is now in a critical condition in hospital. We'll bring you reaction from around the world, including here in the UK. But first, Katie Watson has our top story tonight from Bondi Beach. Her report contains some distressing scenes.
Horror on Bondi, an unimaginable scene on Australia's most famous beach. People running, but from what? At this point, few understood what was unfolding.
I went to the window and I just saw a guy in a white car on top of it, letting off shots going off. And then there was an older lady who was on the right-hand side of the pathway who was put down. So I saw her go down, and I saw a guy on the left-hand side go down.
And it was like a grandma, she was bleeding a lot. And then like a lot of people, they've been crying. Some people, they became white as well. And yeah, I feel very sad for the Jewish community because it was like a party for them.
The two gunmen were father and son, indiscriminately targeting what was meant to be a family celebration of Hanukkah. Some 1,000 people enjoying the Jewish festival of lights in a small park overlooking the water. After a long standoff with police, the father was shot dead, his son seriously injured. He's been named by local media as 24-year-old Naveed Akram from Bonnyrigg in Sydney's southwest. The weapons used in the shooting were licensed to the older gunman.
We are satisfied that we have 6 firearms from the scene yesterday, but also as a result of the search warrant at the Campsie address. Ballistics and forensic investigation will determine this morning that those 6 firearms are the 6 that were licensed to that man, but also that they were used in the offence yesterday at Bondi.
These are confronting scenes in a country that prides itself on its low rates of violent crime. A sunny Sunday at the beach turned into a nightmare. Local Bondi residents desperately trying to save people's lives. Victims as young as 10, as old as 87. Among those who died, London-born Rabbi Eli Schlanger, a father of 5 who worked at a Jewish cultural centre in Bondi.
What we saw yesterday was an act of pure evil, an act of anti-Semitism, an act of terrorism on our shores in an iconic Australian location, Bondi Beach, that is associated with joy, associated with families gathering, associated with celebrations.
Most people ran when the shots rang out. This man didn't, and he's been hailed a hero. Named locally as Ahmed al-Ahmed, he made the brave decision to pounce on the gunman from behind, wrestling the weapon off him and making it clear to police he had nothing to do with the 2 men. Then, another bystander, showing his fury at what had just happened.
Thank you to innocent bystanders and civilians who stood up, risked their own lives to save other people's lives. This is a terrible, wanton act of destructive violence, but there are still amazing people that we have in Australia, and they showed their true colours last night.
Throughout the night, police worked hard to secure the scene. An explosive device was removed from a car thought to be one of the gunmen's. That is no longer a threat.
There were 2 improvised explosive devices found at the scene. They were taken by our rescue and bomb disposal unit. They were found to be active devices, so they were taken back and rendered safe by our police, who do a professional job.
But this is a country in shock. Mass shootings rarely happen here, and in Bondi too, a beach that defines Sydney, this laid-back and safe city that people are so proud of. Australians are in utter disbelief something like this has happened. Katie Watson, BBC News in Bondi.
We'll have more from Katie in a moment, but much of the attack was filmed by onlookers and reveals a sequence of horrifying events. Joe Inwood's report contains some distressing scenes.
This is the earliest footage we have of the gunman. It's not clear how soon after the...
That is sad. Like, your father pretty much had to talk you into going out on a rampage or have you to believe in to why these people is against y'all. I mean, it is Slim J, just my opinion. The people over to different countries and stuff, like, they train their kids to do things very early as far as violence, as far as shooting. And I'm like, how you gonna sit up here and put your child in a line of fire like that? I mean, I don't see that being right. That was sad. That's a sad case. That's very sad. So, what do you all think, chat? Tell me what y'all think about this son and father activities going on. You know what? Matter of fact, isn't it crazy? Y'all remember back up in maybe 2014, 15, I want to say, they had the sniper, the son and father did some crap like this. I think it was in Washington, D.C. I mean, I'm not really, I can't really remember, but I remember the father and son, it was the snipers. And a lot of people had throwed some little crazy part, like, they were saying it had to be one type of race.
Are you
And
are you talking about the DC snipers in 2002?
was it that it was 2002? Yeah,
Yeah,
2002.
the father was John Allen Muhammad, and then he had a teen accomplice, Lee Boyd, not his biological son, but he treated him like a son.
You're right. Okay. Yeah. Y'all remember that? Like, see, this is like history repeating itself. Like, really?
Yeah,
Why?
he was executed in 2009.
See? Yeah. So, you kind of like just think about this stuff. How I guess that's where they have that crime like called copycat, because that's kind of like how some of the crimes nowadays are doing. They copycatting behind people thinking that they can master it better than what they did. And at the end of the day, you're gonna get caught or you're gonna get killed. So, what is the purpose of all that? I don't understand that. But anywho, let's go to the chat line and see what y'all think about this situation.
So for the chat line, we had one back from reactions where Soda Can said some people really shouldn't be parents, and he also said that that's child endangerment with the little girl. Then he also came with this subject right here, just saying that this is just all terrible.
Hey, baby daddy on the set. Thank you for tuning in. Yes, they are all like tragedy. I really feel for that little girl. Like, she was determined to go to school, and she knew her rights about not letting nobody put her in a car. She wasn't giving in. She was a soldier. And yes, the parents need their ass kicked. They should go out there and just strip all their clothes off and make them walk like 10 miles. Okay, maybe two miles. I'm gonna give them 2 miles. Butt ass naked to see how it feel. But yeah, that's crazy. Um, this other thing, I did a podcast on a young man. His name was Travis, and he ended up getting into it with two guys at a track meet. and he stabbed him. Stabbed one, the brother. And excuse me, they was no twins. They got into it. We didn't get to see the whole background of what led to this young man stabbing this other young man. We got a lot of allegedly. We got a lot of I guess, I assume, but I guess the system kind of like say that it was one way and not the other. I didn't agree with the case. That's what I'm pretty much saying. Because I did not hear all facts. The facts that I did hear, it did not complete what I assumed or what I thought that was a true fact to me. So, anyway, he ended up getting convicted of that crime. Well, here we go again. Back at school. When I was in school, we fought. I mean, I ain't gonna lie and say we didn't fight. We had fights and everything. You may got stabbed with a pencil, just like a little prick. Not no actual stab, just a little prick to let you know, don't with me. Okay. It wasn't nothing serious. I do remember we had an incident where I don't know if y'all remember those little what was the little thing, the compass, they had that strong needle to draw that perfect circle.
Protractor.
Protractor, there you go. I remember we had an incident with that. That was kind of deep. But, I mean, just not where we killed you. So we had this story in Baytown. Two young men allegedly got into an argument, got into a fight, and apparently somebody wasn't, he wasn't going for it. Maybe he got picked on too many times. I don't know why. Even if he did get picked on so many times, or they got these kids now. They bullies. Maybe it could have been behind a female. Uh, they don't know. This only thing they have right now is that it was the 11th grade and a 12th grade. Two students had got into an argument, and the one picked up some scissors and stabbed him. For a child to have that much madness to harm another child, it's something going on in that home, or it's something that's going on in that child's life that needs some attention. And I'm talking about some professional attention, because this child is hiding something, or this child is going through something that they cannot protect. They need help, and they do not know how to get it together. They don't know how to, handle it. So for a child to snap on another child, there's some big problems going on within that child's mind, the household, the surroundings. Something is not right. I don't understand. I mean, like, do y'all realize how many kids nowadays are getting into incidents as stabbing, shooting? I mean, these kids are getting like grown-ups. Like, why is it that I think the last incident I seen was an 11-year-old stabbed. I think they stabbed or either shot. It just happened not much a month ago. They died. 11? What the fuck do you got going on that you have that much madness in your head to want to take somebody's life, unlive them? What is that? These kids is going through too much drama, too much pain, too much toxic relationships in their life to be feeling and going through this kind of mind state to want to unlive somebody. This is not a video game that if I unlive you, you're going to come back and I'm going to see you on the next game. These kids are getting to the point where they either going to be judged by 12 or either carried by 6. Either or is not good. But if you get carried by 6, you know what goes on with that. That's when the dirt get put in your face. There's no turning back. When you get judged by a 12, then at least you can go and see them. But what state of mind are they going to be in? Is it the state of mind that they in where they can't control themselves no more? They in so much pain until they don't think that nobody loves them, because half of y'all parents out here don't even much give y'all kids attention. Now, miss, when the last time you told your child or kids that you love them? When the last time you sat down and had a one-on-one conversation with your child and listened to your child? When was the last time you paid attention to your child changing, going through something? That's the shit that needs to be addressed to these kids, to show them that love, that attention. I know a lot of us work a lot. We do. We tired. We going through things. But let me tell you something straight up. If it's something that you want to do, I don't give a fuck how tired you are. I don't give a damn what you're going through. But if it's something that you want to do, you're going to go do it. It don't matter how tired you are. Shit, you're going to make it happen. You're going to pull that strength from somewhere, somehow, to make sure that what you want to do, it gets done. So that same energy that you take to get to do the things that you want to do, take that same energy to give it to your child, that attention, that love, that just pay attention, just listen. Because a lot of these kids, that's the only thing they're missing is love, attention. That's why a bunch of them out here doing what they doing. Smoking, getting high, stealing. They be up in so much shit. When I was coming up in their age, I had to be in the house at a certain time. Especially when the lights come on, your ass need to be at home. When the lights come on, these kids be up like they got a damn job and know how to go to school. And half of them don't go to school anyways. And you don't make them go to school. Because you're so busy caught up in the shit that you got going on that you're not much paying attention to your child. And then we get the results that we get. Kids stabbing each other, eating on each other. You see, they even have nerves and stuff. They beat on this little girl. Think it's allegedly the mama of the little girl. The mama was pregnant. Why is these kids out here fighting a grown ass woman and she pregnant? What kind of shit is that? And y'all say, oh, my child is good. I'm gonna buy my child some Jordans. I'm gonna get my child a PlayStation or the P5. The only thing you doing is keeping your child out of your face with the shit that you buy them. Instead of taking up time with those kids, showing them some respect, showing them love, and showing them, just how to be a respectful child and everything. You don't have time for that shit no more. You don't. And it's sad. Um, y'all see how it go down with that child? Just look at it. Pay attention to it. My fake child feel y'all. Just, pay attention to your kids. So what we have in the chat line?
So far, chat line is still clear, but I did have a question for clarification. You sent me a video about the Kentucky State shooting, but I did find an updated 18-year. I did find this one. It just got dropped maybe about 2 hours ago. So an update on the whole Baytown thing. But you sent me a link for the Kentucky State shooting. Did you want to go over that one too?
Oh yeah, that's gonna be next. That's when the father went there, right?
I believe so, but yeah. I have your update for the Baytown.
Okay, well let's get that update on that Baytown then.
The Harris County DA's office says it has just accepted a murder charge for the teenager accused of stabbing his classmate to death at Baytown Sterling High School.
The late-breaking news coming after students with signs and slogans demanded answers from the adults who run the district.
The school knew about all this stuff that was going on, and they didn't do anything about it, so we're here for justice.
Andrew Meismer's parents confirming that he was the student killed in that classroom.
Another student who has just been identified as 18-year-old Andre Matthews is under arrest as a suspect.
The students we talked to say they believe this tragedy was in fact preventable. ABC 13's Maya Shea reporting from Baytown tonight.
It's been a heartbreaking day watching students from Sterling High School stand out here for hours protesting against their school district and the school district leaders. They say in their minds, Andrew Meismer did not have to die, but now that he is dead, he deserves justice.
Justice for Andrew! Justice for Andrew!
A constant stream of students stood in front of Sterling High School all day, demanding justice for their friend and classmate, Andrew Meismer.
He was a great guy. He didn't deserve this. And the school district is out here. They're not separating these kids that clearly aren't fit to be in a normal classroom environment and are a danger to other students.
Multiple students say Meismer was stabbed on Wednesday in science class after he got in a fight with the other student. But they also say the stabbing suspect has a long disciplinary history at school.
A few teachers were complaining about the student beforehand about all the assault charges and knives that he brought on campus, but nothing was ever done about it.
The students told us that despite repeated offenses, the 18-year-old suspected of stabbing Meismer was always allowed to return to school.
My main problem with them is that, it's just business as usual. Even though a child is dead, somebody's child died on their property, and it's like, come take your finals and go to school.
Justice for Andrew!
Students say Andrew Meismer and his family deserve so much more transparency.
I think that it was crazy. I don't think that should ever happen to anybody, no matter what they have done.
The students say they will be back here tomorrow morning once again to protest until their voices are heard. We should note we have repeatedly asked the school district to speak publicly about this because clearly the kids want to hear something, and so far we have been met with silence. Reporting from Baytown, Maya Shea, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
The Harris County DA's.
See, and that's another thing. Like the young man, he looks like, he may have some issues, some Down syndrome, little things. Man, he probably was harmful. He may not, was you have those kids that it's Down syndrome. They friendly, they sweet, and they don't mean no harm. But they said that the other student had been coming to school with knives and other little things. So why it took them so long to, you know, to deal with the child? They didn't even deal with the child. They just kind of brush it off and let them come back to school. I mean, yeah, we took your knife, we took your, I mean, knife you can get hold to. They sell them bad boys at the dollar store. You sharpen them up, hell, you can make your own damn knife. They should have looked into that child's history and what was going on with that child before they let that child come back to school. So, yeah, they're gonna be held accountable for it. So, well, here we go again. Now, we had this father, allegedly. These guys got into it, at college, and they kind of say that it was a fight. So me, this my opinion. I think there may be two students probably jump on this one student, and they decided, hey, uh, jump on him. We ain't think nothing of it. And I assume that this father said, "You jump on my son. I have, you know, brought my son up right to go to school. He have finished high school. He's going to college. I put my hard earned money into this school for him to go to school, and y'all gonna jump on him and do him like this? Oh, I'm gonna take matters in my own hand." And this man went and decided that, hey, you mess up me or you mess up mine, then I mess with you. So allegedly, he went up there and he shot two other students. Allegedly, one died and the other was in critical condition. I'm trying to work these out. And y'all gonna trip out. Just check this out. Like, I mean, and that's how it is because we have to protect everything around us. You can't much go to elementary events. You can't go nowhere without some bull crap going on or some people just unhappy with their self and they want everybody else to feel miserable with their BS. They want everybody to go to their pity parties. We don't do pity parties. I don't go to mine and I don't expect you to come to yours. So keep that shit to yourself. Go get help. Go. It's more people need to go pray and get their life together because it's too much madness, depression, upset. Woosah. Just woosah on it. Just think of things positive. Turn your negative into positive. It works. Try to be free and try to yourself together because it's a whole world out here that's going through worse things that you are going through. So just try to learn how to deal with things because being mad at the world do not help. It's either going to get you two places, judged by 12 or carried by 6. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's see what it do.
Something weird just happened. Hold on one second. Oh, I see what happened. Hey, you hopped off too fast, Slym. Hold on. You
Your
hopped off.
fault.
You hopped off too
Look,
fast. Hold on.
we're gonna from here on out. Everything is gonna be Jeremy's fault.
Okay,
Okay.
now we're good. All right.
His fault. Remember?
Right now, I do want to take you out to some developments in a big story that we have been following here on Live Now from Fox. After a shooting at Kentucky State University that killed one student and critically wounded another, police in Kentucky's capital city of Frankfort now confirming that the suspected gunman, Jacob Lee Bard, is actually the parent of a student at the school. Bard is charged with murder and assault for Tuesday's deadly shooting at the Whitney M. Young Junior Residence Hall. Police identifying the student killed as 19-year-old Dejan Fox. He was from Indianapolis. Investigators saying the suspect, though, is from Evansville, Indiana, which is about 150 miles west of Frankfort. Frankfort police have not commented on a potential motive for the shooting, and they have not released additional information here about the other student injured. Asked by reporters about some alleged video showing a fight involving Bard's sons before the shooting, or whether Bard might have come to campus to actually talk to administrators about his son's safety, Frankfort Assistant Police Chief Scott Tracy refused to say, citing an active investigation. Now, police did give a very brief update, and I do want to play that for you here on Live Now from Fox.
Good afternoon. Scott Tracy, Assistant Chief of Police at the Frankfort Police Department, here to provide an update regarding the shooting that took place yesterday at the campus of Kentucky State University. While we released preliminary details last night, we are now able to release the identities of those involved and the specific charges filed. First, it is with deep regret that I confirm the identity of the victim who lost his life. He was Dejan Fox, a 19-year-old male and a student at Kentucky State University. Our deepest condolences go out to Mr. Fox's family and friends during this incredibly difficult time. The second victim, also a KSU student, remains in intensive care at the hospital. Regarding the investigation into the shooter, we have formally charged Jacob Lee Bard with murder and assault in the first degree. Mr. Bard is a resident of Evansville, Indiana. Our investigation has determined that Mr. Bard is a parent of a Kentucky State University student. We want to reassure the community that this was an isolated incident involving these specific individuals, and there are no active safety concerns on the campus of Kentucky State University at this time. This investigation is ongoing. We would like to thank our partners who assisted at the scene and continue to aid us, including the Franklin County Sheriff's Office, the Kentucky State Police, and the Kentucky State University Campus Police, among others. Kentucky State University is an integral part of Frankfort, and a tragedy like this affects us all. Our thoughts are with the students, faculty, and staff as they navigate this difficult time. I'll now take a few questions.
There was a video circulating that it was seemed like a group of kids. Some people said jumped one of the children, and this was the father whose kid got jumped, and that's why he shot. Can you elaborate on just what led up to this shooting?
It's really too early in the investigation right now to really to give any details on what led up to it. At this point, a lot of that would just be some speculation. We have collected that video and have that as well.
Can you confirm that everyone in that video was involved in the incident in some sort of way? And then a follow-up to that, an eyewitness who was there, who saw the video as well, there are two cop cars, or appears at least one police car on the street right there, right in front of the building. Were there university officers present when this happened?
There were university officers present when this happened.
Were they involved in separating that, or had they gotten there during this dispute, or can you elaborate on?
I don't want to go into the details of it, but obviously when this happened, they acted quickly and were able to prevent any further any further injuries, and were able to get that individual into custody.
Moving forward, will there be any additional
police presence on campus?
As far as what KSU's do, well, we are assisting them right now, us and the Franklin County Sheriff's Office, with some extra officers currently, and we'll continue that as long as they request.
Is there any surveillance video that you guys are kind of pulling from to help you with this investigation? And is there anything that the public can do to kind of assist you guys right now?
Yeah, we were able to get video from the campus. Has a lot of good security cameras. We were able to gather that. I'm not going to go into what is detailed on that. What was your follow-up there?
How can the public assist you right now with this investigation?
Obviously, anyone that witnessed it, we want to talk to them, and we need to get as much detail as we can from anybody that was on scene. Also, we know that there were a number of people that were out recording different things, and if they could bring that in and share it with us, it's imperative that we are able to see that.
Can you confirm how many students are related to Barnett University? I believe there's 2 listed on the baseball roster with the last name, both from Evansville. Are those both his children?
I can't confirm that.
I cannot confirm that.
I do have a question for the university president.
Yes.
We got a complaint from one of the families to our newsroom, and saw another one on Facebook as well from another family, that they didn't get any calls from the university when their children were involved in this. Can the university confirm if calls were put into the families who were impacted by this and when that happened?
Thank you for the question. I called the numbers that were provided to us. I spoke to the mother of the deceased yesterday, and this morning the mother called me, and she and I spoke. The one who is injured, I was at the hospital yesterday with them. I spoke to the mom. I was there very late last night. And this morning, I was there again, and I met with the student. So the parent, and I saw the student as well. So I don't know where that's coming from, but I'm doing everything I can to be there for the parents and the student.
For the child who was injured that you spent time with, when was that call made to their family initially after, or did you make contact once you got to the hospital?
I made the call around 4:30, 5 o'clock. As soon as I got the number. I asked for the number. Once the numbers were provided to me, I placed the call.
How is the student doing in the hospital?
Still in critical condition. They'll be doing another surgery this afternoon, hopefully. We'll know more tomorrow or the after.
This is the second shooting on campus this semester. Can you talk about that, give the university statement on that, and then also talk about, is campus a safe place for students moving forward?
The campus is a safe place for the student moving forward. We're doing everything we can. We have added more police officers. The mayor, the judge, and I had a meeting to see how we can collaborate more. The judge was with me this morning. We've met this morning, and we will continue that discussion and see what we can do once the investigation is completed.
Can you explain the safety alert system across campus, and did it kind of happen as designed? I talked to some students who just said that they received emails. I didn't know if there was an application that people were kind of using, or students are advised to use when something like this happens.
We test this application all the time. We let students know what to expect in case of emergency, and we follow our protocol yesterday.
If I can go back to the police chief here, can you talk any about why the suspect may or may not have been on campus, or may have been on campus?
No.
Mr. Tracy, can you expand on this a bit? Was there a meeting between Mr. Bard's? Did Mr. Bard have a meeting yesterday with the school dean about his son's safety on campus and about any ongoing physical altercations that may have been occurring between others on campus and his son?
I can't comment on that right now, okay? All right, thank you all very much. We appreciate your time. Have a great day.
All right, again, a fairly brief update, though. As we heard from Frankfort Police, they did take a few questions there, but they confirmed that the shooting suspect is the parent of one of the students. However, they did not want to comment on that alleged video that may have shown the situation taking place prior to that shooting. We'll keep you updated here on Live Now from Fox as we get more information.
That's crazy. See, I told y'all. I mean, people is already frustrated, and they sending their kids to college to get education and to to better themselves. And you have these kids that's out there that's fighting, and like I said, they still don't know what's the motive of them fighting, or why even the father went to the university to even confront these little boys. Uh, don't know why they was going through what they was going through, but some things when you get in that mind frame, you just want to pop off and get somebody. Think about it. Sit back, take a deep breath, and think about it. Is it really worth sitting in a jail cell? Can we try to handle this situation a little better? Maybe. I mean, a lot of this stuff that's going on, it can be better ways to handle the situation. And I do get it that, once people get into their feelings and they get upset, then they blank out, they don't think. And that's what caused them to react the way they react. And it caused them to be in those two places. I just think that's sad. I do hope they get to the bottom of this, because this was a tragedy. Even if those guys did jump on the son, I just don't think it was worth someone's life. That's Slim J, my opinion. But what you think? What do you all think? And what are y'all doing? Because I see there's some people on here, but y'all napping on me. I can't get no response. What's going on? It's Jeremy's fault that we did not show up last Thursday, okay? So, I'm trying to get y'all back up into it. So when I get y'all here, then I know we have things, technology that's messing up and everything. So we trying to get y'all to get back and communicate with us and, hang out with Slim J. Just my opinion for a little bit. So what are your opinion on this or these topics that we have had tonight? With and especially that little girl. I mean, that was crazy. Uh, I guess y'all sitting back wrapping gifts. I know I did. I was still out there wrapping gifts. Like, Christmas is murder to my pocket. Anyway, tell me what y'all think. So, unfortunately, what we got?
We don't have any new comments. We're good to go.
Okay. So, with that said, I hope y'all all enjoy my program tonight. And I want you all to be safe for the holidays that's coming up. Like I started, saying, yes, it can be a sad time, it can be a good time, but make it a good memory. for 2025 to look at in 2026, meaning to make good decisions, to pay attention to your surroundings, to be safe, to inhale, exhale, not to get mad so fast. Sit back and look at the situation because life is too short. We still in 2025 and every day there's someone dying behind bullshit. This bullshit. This is a time for us to be happy, to us to, have those good memories of what we did in 2025, and to look forward for our goals in 2026 instead of being toxic, instead of being in a bunch of drama, unnecessary bullshit, stuff that don't have nothing to do with you. Let it go. Let it go. Stay in your lane. Mind your business. And you keep your change. Because you ain't got to pay nobody a damn thing to stay out of yours. Just have a good time. Don't spend a lot of money out there. Don't go and get your badass kids some shit you know they don't deserve, but you want them to have it because that's what everybody else get. Stop doing it. Stop rewarding your child for stuff that you know they don't deserve. They have to learn life. It's crucial out here, and trust me, it's moving way faster than it was moving when I was coming up. I mean, they like 10 times more advanced than we were when we was coming up. We didn't have the internet, we didn't have social media, so you gotta look at all that. And if your child out there doing what they supposed to be doing, reward them of that. Don't reward your child because they getting out of jail and they done made it home. Oh, I'm gonna give you a party because your ass got locked up, and I'm gonna give you a party because you home. No. If anything, we're gonna be trying to go to get you some clothes so you can go get you a job. Go enroll you into some kind of trade so you do better. Do better. Reward your kids for the good things, not the bad. When you want to reward your kids on the bad things, teach them the lesson behind that situation that they did. If they mess up, they got a bad grade. Hey, let's look at the positive and try to get your grade up. If you went to jail and there's your first time going to jail, try to get, maybe they need some help. It's no bad thing or getting help from psychologists or someone else that professional, because sometimes we get stuck in situations that we don't much really know, and half the time we don't know how to get out of it because we confused. We don't know how we got there. That's what's going on. Teach your kids the good way. If you've been in jail and doing a bunch of stuff, teach your kid to do the opposite, to get an education. But I'm not gonna lecture y'all on y'all kids, because y'all know that if you got some bad little children, they bad little children. If you got some good children, then they good children. But you know which one they are. But anywho, I am so happy that you all tune in with Slim J. Just my opinion. I would not hold you all. I just want to make sure that y'all have a blessed and safe holidays. Be careful out there. Make sure you do pay attention to your surroundings and stay positive, stay up, stay prayed up, stay safe. Much love. Peace out.
I wish I knew how much I miss not knowing that we're all screwed.
when we play our roles and ignore the problems.